excited was the simplicity of this business. And they say if it's simple, you're more apt to do it. If it's more complex, you're more apt to not. So keeping it simple, and this business is all about one thing, and it's finding people to talk to. And it doesn't matter who that person is, but that's the business. I mean, we've said it. I mean, a couple of people before you said it. It's simple. It's networking. It's talking to people. It's all this business is about. So who do you talk to? I mean, does it really matter? Imagine this. Imagine you went and got a job, and the job description was they're going to give you a stack of $100 bills every day, right? And every day you just got to go out and pass them out. One per person. You can't give the whole stack to somebody. Doesn't matter who you give it out to. But that'd be pretty easy to do. Pretty simple. Just go out there and start passing out these $100 bills. What the heck does it have to do with Metro and what we do? Well, we don't pass out $100 bills, but we pass out information. We pass out information that people really need to know. $100 bill is great, but the information, and like Paul talked about, the information we give to people that people don't know and the value of it, it's worth so much further than that. Here's another little analogy. Think about this. You're driving down the road and you see a gas station. You go by a gas station that says, and sign says gas 22 cents a gallon of gas. You're thinking, well, and I remember when gas was 22 cents a gallon of gas. We're close to that. And you're thinking, well, the three probably fell off. But you know what? You need gas. So you stop at the gas station, and guess what? It's 22 cents a gallon of gas. Who do you tell? Everybody. Who do you pass those $100 bills out there? Everybody. Does it really matter? No. Does it matter if they go get the gas? No. And that's one of the traps we fall into in this business is that, we don't care who buys the gas. Well, we call everybody and tell them. We stop, at the Wawa to pick up a coffee. We're telling all the people in Wawa. We're telling everybody about gas because it's 22 cents a gallon of gas. It's incredible. How much are we paying now? Almost $4. My car takes premium, so I'm up there.
Hey, John,
great
where's Stan?
Information.
Is he out in the audience?
So, when I started this business,
Stop. Just pull back a little bit.
again, I love it simplicity. The guy says to me,
Stop.
his name is Bill. He says to me,
Let's reset.
take out a piece of paper, make a list. And how many people have heard me say that? Make a list. Okay. How many people are tired of hearing people say, make a list? You know why it works? And I'll tell you why you should do this, okay? And it doesn't matter if you're new, okay? If you're new, that's the first thing you should do. Your list and your license, the most important thing you have. Because when it's time to talk to people, and that's all this business is about, you've got information, just take it and share it. You got a $100 bill, take it out there and share it. You want to tell people this gas, 22 cents a gallon. You just want to share that information. Who do you share it with? Well, you know what's really, it makes this a lot easier because here's what you don't want to be doing. You don't want to be sitting there thinking, man, who did I talk to? What did they say? Now I can't remember. How do you overcome that? Make a list. See, it's really simple if you got a list, and it's time to sit down and make some phone calls and start sharing with people. Isn't it kind of simple? Just talk to the first person, talk to the second person, talk to the third person. You don't have to sit there and think, who am I going to? I'm going to start doing work today. It's my Metro schedule. That's another thing you really want to have is a Metro schedule. I want to start doing work today. I'm going to be working today from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. That's my Metro schedule. How many people have a Metro schedule? Not a lot of people have a Metro schedule. Now imagine you go get a job and the boss says, listen, I want you to work 15 hours. I want you to work from every 5 days a week from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. That's your 15 hours you're going to work. Okay. And you got to work those 15 hours. You got to work from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock every day, Monday to Friday. Now imagine the boss says, listen, you need to work 15 hours, but you get to decide what hours you want to work. All I need to know is what those hours are so I can make sure that you're working the time you're supposed to be working and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, okay? I'm trying to make this business simple because a lot of times I think we all just don't know what to do. We don't have a schedule. We wake up, we think about it for a little while. We don't have a Metro schedule. If we had a Metro schedule, it'd be simple. We just follow it, okay? So my Metro schedule is today, Saturday, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I'm going to call people. I don't have to sit down and think to myself, who did I call? What did they say? Who am I going to call? What am I going to do? It's right there on the schedule. It's right there. I mean, it's right there on the list. The list is the most important thing. I moved about 8 years ago and I had somewhere the original list that I made. It makes it simple. And then you have that list. And when you call somebody on the list, you can put a little note. What did they say? So when someone says, listen, I'm a little busy right now, call me Friday at 2 o'clock. You don't have to remember to call them Friday at 2 o'clock because I can't remember anything. I got such a bad memory, but it's all right there on the list. So you got this list. Now, what do you do with it? So let's say you're brand new. Let's say you're pretty much, you're new, you're a trainee. What do you do with that list? Now that you made it, because it's so darn important. I'll tell you what you do to it. You take that list and you slap it down in front of your sponsor's face and you say, make me some appointments. Well, maybe you don't have to slap it down in front of him.
Be nice.
You can be nice and say, listen. Who has a list on them right now? Who has any kind of a list on them right now of people that they're going to call? People that are on. Tam, you got a list? Let me see your list. It's not just your phone. It's not just your. I mean, it's not just all your contacts in your phone, right? It's an actual list of people you're going to talk to.
I don't have a separate list that I'll write down.
Okay. Here's the thing about. Okay, and that. What do you think, Bill? Should we just? Yeah, it does. I'm sorry. I'll tell you what. You know what? I'm not old, but I'm old school. Okay, I like taking a piece of paper and a pencil or pen and actually making. What's wrong with the list that's in your phone book, in your phone, Rapid Funnel, all those? Yeah, you can lose the piece of paper. That's not it. See, I tell you, I like Rapid Funnel. Rapid Funnel is good because you send someone a video. You don't have to wonder whether they watched it or not. You don't have to wonder whether they opened it, whether they watched it, how much they watched it. It's right on Rapid Funnel. But I tell you what's wrong with having your phone as being your list, unless you have a separate list. You can make notes in your phone. You can make a separate list of people you're going to talk to, because when you have it on your phone, my phone has mostly Metro people in it. I'm not putting Bill Undercuffler and Lori Fantini on my list and Gerald Jones and Terry Baranowski on my list of people to call about my business. So that list I have in my phone book, and the list I have in Rapid Funnel, that's not just specific. Well, Rapid Funnel maybe, that's just not specific to doing this business, all right? Because you want to have a list of people that you can talk to about the business. So why would I put all these people on my list that are good because they're on my phone? When I'm not going to talk to them about the business. So how many people have been told to make a list? Let's be honest. How many people have been told by their sponsor, or their sponsor, someone in by to make a list? Everybody. And how many people, everybody, you're right, Joe. Everybody's hand should be up, because if your trainer didn't tell you to make a list, then he cheated you. How many people haven't been told? How many people actually made the list? Actually made a list. Okay. So why didn't the other people make a list? Why didn't everybody else make a list? Everybody's just not paying attention to me. Doesn't care. Because I think that we all get the same idea, and Tony kind of alluded to it. When someone says make a list, all you can think of is, what did I get into? Amway, Buy America, one of those other network marketing companies, because they all say the same thing, make a list. Now, why do they say make a list? Because you know what happens sometimes? If I said, okay, try this real quick. Everybody take out a piece of paper and a pen and write down 5 names and phone numbers, 5 names, just 5 names of people that you haven't talked to yet about your business. Unless you've talked to every single person you've ever met about your business. Just do this as a little exercise, a little practice and fun. Just make a list of 5 people that you haven't talked to, real quick. First person to hold it up gets the shirt. 5 people you haven't talked to about your business. But you didn't take out a piece of paper and a pen.
Anyone
You're not
else
making me
lose
happy.
audio?
What is this?
5 people I haven't talked to about my business. Sarah Connors.
No, I said make a
Reese.
list.
It's right there. It's
Actually,
right
no,
there.
see, this is it. This is why a lot of us are not where we want to be in this business. This is where we're not where we want to be in this business, because this is a simple one. To be able to take out a piece of paper and write down a name and a phone number of somebody you know, how much easier could that be? I mean, talk about simplicity. That's easy.
List.
Fair, 5 people. Are they all people they have to talk to?
Yes.
Okay. How simple was that? Gotta be paper, yeah. Who told you to, I didn't say anything about calling anybody, did I? I didn't say anything about, did you get, you already got a shirt? Okay. See, that's the thing. That's the thing is people like, why didn't you make the list? Because I don't want to bother my friends and family. I didn't tell you to bother your friends and family, did I? I said, make a list. Okay, people you know. All right, now, Christopher. Hey, who else made a list besides Christopher? Now, let me ask you a question. Can add somebody else to that list? Anybody, just one person. See, this is what happens sometimes. We've got that list, and then we're driving down the road, we're driving home tonight, and we think of somebody, and we got to put them on the list. But if we get home before we pull over to the road and put them on the list, we forget. And that's why the list is so important, because it's a organic list. It grows. It's supposed to be getting bigger. It's getting bigger as you think of people that you haven't thought about a lot of times. You can't possibly sit here for the next 10 minutes and think about everybody you've ever met. People will come to you. So that list is going to be growing. And as the list grows, you've got more people to contact. You don't have to sit around thinking to myself, who am I going to call? Who am I going to call? Who haven't I called? Because you've got the list. It's organized. It's systematic. You don't have to think about this. Now, for all you people out there in whatever land, and all you people, all you trainees here, I know we don't have a whole lot of trainees. All you trainers in here, all you trainees are not going to do this. All you people that are not going to do this, but all you trainers in here, if this is important, I really think it is, that your trainees should have a list. The next question is, how do you get them to make a list? How do I get Wayne to make a list? He's my new trainee, and I said to him, make a list, and I don't know anybody, and I don't want to call my friends and family, and I don't want to, how do I get him to make a list? You know, I can tell Wayne all day long what to do. And you know what? Like most trainees, okay, and I've been in this business 27 years, okay? I've been in the business 27 years, so I've talked to a lot of trainees, a lot of trainers. Nobody wants to make the list. How do you get somebody to make a list? Because you know what? If I get Wayne's list, I can make the appointment. I can make the phone calls. I can call the people. All I need Wayne to do is make the list. Two things I can't do for Wayne. I can do everything else for Wayne. I can't do 2 things I can't do for him. I can't make his list because I don't know who he knows. I can't take his test. That would be cheating. And that's called cheating. I might not pass. I might not pass. So how do I get Wayne to make a list? I'll tell you something interesting. I was sitting with a guy. I was training one of where's she at? Oh, she's gone. Teresa Crowley's one of her trainees. And I said, okay, we're gonna make some phone calls. Make sure you have a list. And the day come time to make the appointment and to make the phone calls, he didn't have a list. I didn't expect him to, because nobody does. So what did I do? So I sat down with him and I said, I can do everything for Wayne. The only 2 things I can't do is make his list, because I don't know who he knows, and take his test, right? And watch this. So Wayne's not going to make the list There's actually only one thing I can't do it for, because I can actually, I only took my pen. All right, so here's how I get Wayne to make a list.
Well, you couldn't make a list. You didn't have a pen.
I know, I was unprepared. So Wayne, are your parents still alive?
Yes,
What are their names?
Joe and Joyce.
Joe
Joe.
and Joyce. You got siblings? You got any brothers, sisters?
Yeah. Rodney.
Rodney's your brother? Who's your best friend?
My wife, she just told me so.
She just told you so. So you're married, right? So who besides your wife is your best friend? Like who would you call to bury the body?
Oh.
So you just shot your wife. Who would you call to bury the body?
Call my neighbor Jonathan.
Jonathan.
I've got a backhoe, yes.
All right. So you only have one brother?
I'm sorry?
Only have one brother?
One that I know of, yes.
Who's your favorite neighbor?
Jonathan.
Who's your least favorite neighbor?
I don't know. We don't have that many neighbors where I live. We live.
Any cousins?
Yeah. John.
John?
Yep.
Nephews?
Most
Nieces?
in Connecticut. Most are-
That's okay. Hey, listen, that, you're gonna get that. Should I, who's in Connecticut?
Most of those people. but
Oh,
a
okay.
lot of them.
Okay. Does it matter? Does it matter where they live? Does it matter what they live in? Does it matter what they do? Does it matter how old they are? Does it matter anything? Does it matter what country they live in? Does it matter anything? The business is finding people to talk to and talking to the people you find. Well, I mean, it's a short list so far, but it's a list, okay? And that's a starting point. So now what do? I call them. Who calls them? I'm gonna call him. And you wanna know why I'm gonna call him? Because I know what the heck I'm doing, and Wayne doesn't, okay? And you know, when we started with this business, I love this, I've been doing this for so long. We started with this business, we used to do is say, listen, Wayne, go call everybody you know, make some appointments, and let me know when they're at, and where they're at, and I'll meet you there. And he would do one of two things. What's he gonna do? He's not gonna call anybody because he's scared to death and doesn't know what to say. He's gonna call a bunch of people, say the wrong things, and get no. And either way, he's gonna get a lot of no, and he's gonna be discouraged, and he's gonna quit, for the most part, okay? So I'm gonna make that phone calls for him. And after we told people, listen, just call your people, make some appointments, we'll meet you there. We got a little smarter. We said, listen, Wayne, here's what you do. Okay, here's a script, okay? And I'm gonna sit here. Here's what you say, and don't say this, and this. Okay, I'm right here. Make the phone call. You call your mom, Joyce, and here's what you say. And I would sit there, and they'd immediately pick up the phone, call people, and say exactly what I told them not to say, and not say any of the things I told them to say. Then we got smarter. We figured, you know what? And I'm going to show you how to do this. Because if you're a trainer and this makes sense to you, and it should, I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay. I'm going to sit down with him, with Wayne. I'm going to take his list and I'm going to start calling people. So Steve said in the beginning, we're going to do we're not going to do a mock, pretend. We're going to actually make a phone call. All I need is somebody with a name and a phone number of somebody you haven't called yet about your business. And I will make you an appointment, because the most important thing you'll need, besides the list and the license, is an appointment. So if you don't have any appointments, guess what? Your doors are closed. Business is closed. You're not open for business today because you have no appointments. There's no one to talk to. There's no one to network with.
That's for the call.
For the what?
For the call.
Your doors are closed. You need appointments. And you know what? It doesn't matter if you call them or you text them or you email them or whatever reach out, smoke signals, carrier pigeon. It really doesn't matter. But you need to reach out and talk to somebody about your business. And people get all freaked out about the friends and family. And I don't want to use my friends. I don't want to use my family. I don't want You're not using them. You're giving them $100 bill, or you're letting them know that there's gas down the street for 22 cents a gallon. You're doing them a huge favor. You're also getting training. And you know what? If I was entitled to money, let me ask you a question. If you were entitled to money, would you at least want to know about it? If you were owed money, would you want and somebody knew and they didn't tell you, would you be upset? If you had a bad policy and I had the knowledge of that and I didn't tell you, would you be upset with me? Especially when you found out that you had a bad policy because you had a claim? Wouldn't that kind of, wouldn't that bother you? Would it bother you if your brother or your sister, your cousin, your best friend had a loss and they got, how I say this politely, screwed by the insurance company? Would you feel bad? People need to know this stuff. We need to know, we need to get this message out to people. And the way to do that is to reach out and talk to somebody. So who's going to take me up to the challenge? Put me up to the challenge. All right. What's that? All right, I got it. Training?
Yes.
Okay, who's your sponsor? John Masco. Hey, John. I'm going to set Ronnie an appointment. Okay, Ronnie, where do you live at? Jersey? Who's on your list? Okay, that's Zoo
Yeah, but today, you could call this one today.
and hey, Abner.
A beer.
A beer. Okay, so you got a phone? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Ronnie, it's Ronnie, right?
Yes.
I'm so bad with name. Ronnie an appointment, okay? And here's all you need to do. I'm going to call up a beer. I'm going to say, hi, my name is Stan Mason. I'm sitting here with your friend Ronnie. All you have to do is say, hi, a beer. And he's going to say, hi, Ronnie. And then I'm going to set you an appointment. Sound good? I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet. Like my mouth gets a little dry, so you don't have to. I get nervous. Trust me. But this is fun. I like this. This is the one part of this. This is one of the part of the business that I really love. I love talking to people I don't know, especially when I have nothing to lose. It's not my guy. Right? That was a joke. Thank you. I put it on speaker. I'm sorry. Get an answer machine that says, hi, beer, it's Ronnie. Call me as soon as you can. I have something important to tell you. Give me a number twice. Never hang up.
Please leave your message.
When you get a message,
To let you know, please give me a call. My phone number, as you know, 917-445-9817. Thank you.
awesome. So basically, it's Ronnie. I have something important to tell you, something exciting to tell you. Did I leave that coin here? Was that yours?
Yes.
That's yours? Okay. Was that? Okay. So when you get an answer machine, you just basically say, hey, it's Ronnie. I'm that's something exciting to tell you. Call me back as soon as you can. And here's my number. Say the first time slowly and the second time quickly. Okay. Stan Mason, 267-251-0653. Again, that's 267-251-0653. You got some people there, Jerry?
No, that number was bad.
Okay. I saw it. Anybody?
How you doing, Mr. Cavella?
He's on speaker.
That's as loud as it goes.
Hi, Chris. How are you? My name is Stan Mason.
How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I'm here with, obviously with Bill. And the reason we're calling is that Bill is working on on getting promoted in Metro. And he needs a favor. Part of his promotion is he needs to sit down with as many people as possible. Actually, 5 within the next week and a half, and just explain a little bit about what it is he does, just in case you ever need a public adjuster, you might think of him and call him, or if you know anybody, you might refer him business. Would you be willing to help him out with that?
Absolutely.
Oh, great. Okay. So listen, it said we just need to set a time. Bill, you have your schedule?
On the phone, yes.
Okay. And what's best for you, Chris? Mornings, afternoons, or evenings?
I didn't hear you. What's that?
What's best for you? Mornings, afternoons, or evenings?
Most likely evening.
Evenings are best. Weekdays or weekends?
I'm gonna go with weekdays.
Weekdays. So the beginning of the week, the end of the week, better for you? So in the middle. Okay. So somewhere. So you got a
Wednesday. Let's go with
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Wednesday in the evening. You got a Wednesday. What time?
7 o'clock, good?
I think that's good.
7 o'clock. Great. So Chris, I'm going to give you back the bill, and we'll see you. Now, all you need to do is have your deck page, your insurance policy, so we can review that for you. Give you some information about it. We don't sell insurance, so don't worry about that. All right? Awesome, Chris. Thank you for helping out. I appreciate that. Okay, I'll give you back the bill.
I'll see you Wednesday.
Wednesday, 7 o'clock. I'm telling you, I am not an arrogant person, but I have yet to have anybody, well, I shouldn't say yet. Very rarely does people say no. Why are people going to say yes to me? The guy doesn't know me. Why would he say yes to me? He doesn't want to make Bill look
I want to
bad.
help a
Okay.
friend.
Okay. He wants to help his buddy Bill out. And you know, when he gets it from when he's not going to say no to me. People just don't do that. Okay. This guy that I was referring to, that Teresa's trainee, he sat down and made 10 appointments. One person had to call us back. One person said they'd have to call back. Few people didn't answer the phone. Okay, you're gonna get that. Okay, that's good practice. It's good when people don't answer the phone. It helps you remember what to say when they don't answer the phone and you get an answer machine, because you don't want to hang up on people. And you don't want to tell people, listen, here's a little tip for you. This is, you can do this in business, you can do this in personal. You want somebody to call you back? Don't tell them why you're calling. Don't tell them why you're calling. They'll call you back just to find out what the heck you called them about. I got something exciting to tell you. They're going to call you back. You got to be prepared. So anybody else want an appointment? Anybody doesn't have an appointment wants an appointment? All right. Now, here's what you're not paying attention. You didn't follow the directions. Okay. Here's the directions. I don't want you to say anything to your daughter. It's your daughter, right? Okay. I want you to dial the number, put it on speaker. When she answers, I'm going to say hi to her. What's her name?
Alicia.
Alicia. And what's your name? Christine. Huh?
Oh, Christine.
Alicia.
I'm Christine.
You're Christine. It's Cherry. Alicia. That's the hardest part. Just remember everybody's names. You kind of know your schedule a little bit.
This is my first day.
Awesome. Congratulations. So you got a wide open schedule. That's fantastic.
Okay. Do you want me to just do the regular phone call?
Yeah, just phone call. Just put on speaker. All you guys do is say hi. She's gonna say hi back.
Hi, Alicia. It's Mom.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
My name is Stan Mason. I'm sitting here obviously with your mom.
Hi, hon.
The reason we're calling is that, I don't know if your mom told you, but she's starting a new business and she's very excited and we're very excited to have her. Part of her training is she needs to learn how to sit down and explain to people what it is she's going to be doing. Just in case you ever need a public adjuster in the future or know of anybody who does, you might refer her business. Part of her training is she needs to do 5 of these presentations while she's in training. And she was hoping you'd help her out and be one of the 5. Would you be willing to do that for her?
If I what?
Would you be willing to help her out and be one of her 5 appointments? All you have to do is sit there.
What is that?
What's that?
What does that entail exactly?
Oh, it's easy. All you have to do is sit there and let us tell you some information. You could act like you're interested too. That'd be great. No, I'm just kidding. No, not right now. We're gonna set an appointment for you. Take about half hour, 40 minutes. It just helps her out in her training. It's just for your mom's training. We don't sell anything. You can't buy anything from us. It just
Okay,
helps.
I mean, I can't right this minute. I'm in the middle of the store.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I should have asked if you were busy. But you're willing to set an appointment in the future with her, with your mom?
Yeah.
Okay, great. That's great. She thought you would help her out. So what's a better time? What's a good time to call you?
Probably, I mean, today's really busy, but
Okay,
maybe in an hour,
in an
I
hour.
might have a few minutes.
Okay, great. Then we'll call you back. What time is it right now? It's what, 11:30? 11:47. We'll call you back about 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you, Alicia. I'll give you back to your mom.
You're welcome.
Thank you, hon.
Hi, Nancy. Nancy, this is John Mesco. I have my friend Stan. He wanted to ask you a few things, okay?
Sure.
Hi, Nancy.
Keep on speaker.
As John said, my name is Stan Mason, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to help John get a new promotion in his company. And part of his requirements is he needs to sit down with at least 5 people in the next 2 weeks to explain what it is he does, just to explain what he does, just in case you ever need a public adjuster, you'll think of him and give him a call. We don't sell anything. It's just part of his training to get promoted to the next position. And he was hoping you'd help him out. Would you be willing to do that for him?
I'd have to think about it. I'll tell you why too. My
Okay.
husband is not vaccinated. And
Oh,
so we're kind of keeping a very low profile still.
okay. Well, we could do this through Zoom. Why don't we do this through Zoom? That'd make it real easy for you. Wouldn't you have to?
Okay,
That sound good?
okay.
Okay, so I'm going to give you back to John. He's going to tell you, you and him are going to figure out what's a good time to do this.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Nancy. Hey, Nancy, next week, Anna, is there any day during the day? So what do you think about Tuesday night about 7:30? All right, I'm gonna set you up on a Zoom meeting. We'll meet at 2:00, 7:30 on Tuesday night. You and Steve. All right.
So guess what? Cool. Cool. Very cool. I hope so. That was the nature of the exercise.
I mentor her brother in penitentiary, you know. And
Okay.
I call her 3 times a week, and she's always calling me, thanking me, how much she appreciates me and everything else. But I never booked an appointment. They have a nice house in Cold Spring, New Jersey,
Mhm.
big house. I never did appointment.
So now Ronnie and, not Ronnie, Bill Ziza, and we're going to set an appointment for, with her daughter and John. They have appointments. Doors are open, okay? I said it before, it's one of the things about this business I really love. I love doing this, okay? And again, not to blow to my own horn, but I'm good at it. And you need to be good at this, because if you're good at that, I mean, you could sit down with a new trainee and in an hour have 10, 15 appointments for that new trainee. And guess who else has 15 appointments besides the trainee? The trainer. Isn't that cool? Because what do you need? You need appointments, right? I've talked to everybody I know. I don't know anybody. So I grab my trainee. I need appointments. I grab my trainee, make the list. They're now getting active. They're making appointments. I mean, we're making appointments. They have appointments. I have appointments. Appointments are gold. Appointments are what you need. Anybody else want to have some fun? Listen, this is a skill. It's like any other skill. It's a skill you need to get good at. So get good at it. Okay? If the more you do it, the better you get. And if you're a little uncomfortable, if you have a trainee, I've been more than happy to do this with you. I like this. This is fun. Like I said, I get very rarely do people say no, as long as they're on the phone. And that's what you need. So any questions on that? Anything? You can call, absolutely.
I think the fact that you say will increase your results.
Yeah, whatever the objection is, okay? I mean, for,
Yeah.
what's your name again? For Christine, her daughter was busy. That's okay. What do? We got an appointment to call back to make an appointment. That's what we got. Okay? Ronnie left a message. We're gonna call him back because he didn't say what he was calling for. Okay? So we got an appointment. John got an appointment. It's simple.
Stan, thank you. I'm not done.